So I'm here in case anyone's really wanting to see me. But overall, I think this trailer looks really good. Superman seems like it's gonna do pretty well overall. So yeah, if anyone's gonna watch, I'm live, and of course, this video is gonna end up becoming a live stream. Like, no, live stream gonna end up becoming a video. But overall, yes, I have watched a lot of the people that hate the Superman trailer. At the same time, I've watched a lot of videos on how other people are really excited for the Superman trailer. And yeah, it just seems like some people need to learn that uh, things change. The whole universe thing is gonna reset no matter what. If the movie does well, the movie does well. Yeah, yeah. So overall, I think most people do like it. Currently looking at one that says it's mid. It's ScatPat channel. So yeah, it is crazy how things like a trailer could easily be overreacted, and because Man of Steel, people say that Superman, this Superman trailer, oh, it's dumb because he's yelling, he's overreacting, he's not being mature. Well, Man of Steel, Superman literally threw a truck into power lines just because he was mad at the person that was harassing a female. Instead of talking to him, instead of trying to reason with him, for some reason, throwing a truck to some power lines that probably would probably shut down probably the entire city. It could shut down at least the buildings nearby. So overall, I think destroying someone's livelihood just because you are mad at them, I don't think that's mature at all. In fact, I think that's very, very dumb, idiotic, really. But that's just me, really, right? I believe Superman could still act human because he was grown up to be human. The parents didn't teach him to be completely mature, be relaxed, be no emotion at all. because that would be a dumb way to teach your kids. Because holding your emotion is unhealthy. Holding your emotion would definitely make it so if you hold in your emotion so much, that pressure in your brain would explode and you can possibly hurt other people. Because being mature constantly is not a good way to live, really. Because constantly being that is why people play video games. People play video games and like kind of banter, kind of make fun of each other and stuff like that, because they're kind of relieving a lot of like like stress that they had at work, um, dealing with real life situations on a daily basis. Uh, but of course, people it's really dumb because Man of Steel, people are really happy and like really excited, enjoy Man of Steel because oh, finally a realistic version of Superman, realistic and could happen in real life kind of thing. But the thing is, if um a person held their emotions that way for so long, that's not really a realistic situation. In fact, that would be more of a unhealthy. Oh, how are you doing today? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just ranting about how people reacted to the Superman trailer. How people that are really against it keep pointing at the fact that Superman should have not yelled. Yeah, 2 more months until Superman. I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna watch it in IMAX. I live really close to IMAX. Oh, good. I heard it was really good. My brother watched it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna probably watch that at some point. But yeah, but I'm just really excited for Superman because if this movie does well, all the haters have nothing to say. If they the only thing they could say is if it doesn't reach a billion, they'll just say, "Oh, it didn't reach a billion." If it does good, what are they gonna say? I'm uh, what I was ranting about is Man of Steel. He did overreact. He was not mature because he threw a bus, no, a truck. He threw a truck and some power lines. And if you can think, you could say that that was not a mature thing to do. The mature person would talk to the person, right? Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I talked to a lot of people. I just moved from one state to a completely different state. I'm learning how people work at this in this state. Um, and so far everyone is excited for Superman, even here. When I was in the my hometown, they're all excited for Superman. So far, two states are all excited for Superman, and people have good words for it. But overall, it's a good time. I hope things go well for everybody. I want everything to be good. I'm not this toxic person hoping a movie does fail because I personally don't like Disney. I actually really hate Disney, but I don't want Disney to fail because in my opinion, that mindset is worse than you just hating a franchise. And this is just gonna be a whole this is gonna be a live stream, but this is gonna be mainly talking about this because look, I'm gonna show this comment. 2 months till Superman. Yeah, pretty much 2 months, but right now we're in that 1 month. So yeah, this is gonna be really exciting. I really hope um I'm in a constant wanting. Yeah, I really hope this movie does amazing just to shut these toxic people up because really hoping a movie fails is toxic because I really want studios to do well because if movies and studios do well, there's more competition. So movies that you want to be good end up being good because they really try, like really to compete. I think people should just deal things, right? Um, yeah, things been pretty crazy. I haven't uploaded in a long time because I've been looking into so many DC stuff. I really wanted to start up in a good and positive light. Wanting yeah, yeah, that's my point too. I'm gonna point this comment out right here. That's my point too. I think wanting this James Gunn universe to fail or DC in general to fail makes it so anything DC related is gonna fail. Like Snyderverse would have never come will never come back if James Gunn fails. If James Gunn does really well, if it makes like 1 billion and then the next one makes 1 billion, James Gunn would probably consider bringing in Zack Snyder to do like the Authority or one of a Batman sequel, like anything really. He can do like a stand like Elseworld Batman, like something, right? Or if he did Hercules, DC's Hercules, because if you don't know, DC has a Hercules, DC has a Thor, and the reason why I'm mentioning those is because 300 was really good. 300 was really good, and Thor could have that whole 300 feeling, you know? Um, I don't hate Zack Snyder at all. I just don't like his fans, his crazy fans. Yeah, yeah, like they revisited before, like the original Flash TV show, the old one, came back in the new CW, and Adam West shows up as Batman in a lot of crossover shows, you know, like episodes is like featuring DC and all that stuff. Oh, hi, Hannah. I'm mainly talking about how that Superman trailer was like really really good, and the people that hate on it, they just want the original the old universe back, which is kind of a dumb reason to hate on something. Like I would really criticize something for what it is and not what it should be, in my opinion. Like but overall, I want every studio to do well. I personally really, really don't like Disney currently, but I'm not a person that wants Disney to fail. I currently don't like Disney because their whole thing is just remake everything that they did 50, 70 something years ago. And I think that's just a lazy cash grab. I just want Disney to do original stuff, and that's yeah. Uh, I forgot to say hi. Hi, by the way. Uh, Oh yeah, yeah. Disney has Marvel, but I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about stuff, but at the same time, some Marvel movies are not that good. Like most Marvel movies are good. Don't get me wrong at all. But the Disney rewards thing when I chose to get like a random Blu-ray, they gave me Ant-Man Quantumania. Yeah, people didn't like Black Panther 2. People didn't like Captain Marvel. People didn't like Ant-Man Quantumania. Um, so that like there are some Disney stuff. Yeah, yeah. No, no, that's fine. But they gave me the Ant-Man 3. I like the first two, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there are some Marvel stuff that aren't that great. Um, I'm hearing very negative stuff about She-Hulk, uh, and also that one show where there's a character that's deaf or something like that. Uh, I can't really keep up with Marvel because they go too fast. They have too many things going on with Marvel. Um, it's not- But yeah, exactly. Like wanting a studio to fail is really, really bad. One thing I really didn't like was when Disney got Fox. Of course, the obvious positive thing of them getting Fox, they have Fantastic Four now, they have X-Men now, but them having even more stuff than they already have right now, it seemed like that they would have a little too much, you know? Like a lot of companies were against Disney getting Fox because they didn't want Disney to end up becoming a monopoly. That's why Disney didn't get all of Fox because what was weird is before Disney got got Fox and tried to get Fox and all that stuff, they wanted Warner Brothers. It's just crazy. I don't. I just think it's pretty nuts. I'm gonna possibly change this to maybe like that. Maybe has this. I don't know. But there are laws against owning everything. Oh, bye. Nice to see you. Nice talking to you, and glad you visited. And have a good one. There are laws against owning everything. Yes, 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 and that's sort of the whole point. Uh, I just good, but but yeah, it that's why they struggled getting Fox because they couldn't get all of Fox because Fox still owns Tubi, they still own Fox News, they still own Fox Sports, and a lot of like other shows that they kind of have um, within that whole umbrella of Fox Sports and news and all that stuff. I just think it is crazy that Disney wanted to get Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers was bigger than Fox. Let's just say that. They wanted the fact that they wanted Warner Bros. That means they wanted DC, and since they have um, Marvel, majority of Marvel, they wanted the whole of DC, and it was insane. I That's why I'm kind of against because I'm hearing Universal wants Warner Brothers, and that's pretty crazy. I would understand if Universal probably would get part of Warner Brothers to just to get the whole rights to be able to have some stuff in their theme parks. Um, but yeah, having whole thing of Warner Brothers, it just seems over overstuffed. So, but what do y'all think about all this stuff? What do you think? And I'm just really wondering other perspectives because I watched a whole bunch of reactions to the trailer. I'm pretty sure after this stream I'm gonna watch even more reactions to the trailer just to see what's going on because at work I talked about Superman and a lot of my coworkers now know that I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, that's kind of my point currently because I think because James Gunn knows that this movie is very important, um he's not dumb for doing this because if you see that trailer, it's obvious what his plan is. This movie seems to be geared towards everyone under the everyone under the bus, everyone under the rainbow of the whole world because there are jokes for kids, there are sad moments for adults, there are romantic moments for couples, stuff like that, and a lot of things that would be interesting. And I just One of my coworkers said it's pretty overstuffed. There's a lot of characters, but James Gunn is really good at a lot of characters. And he even said that those characters are just gonna be have a little parts of the overall story. But yeah, right after Superman, Peacemaker season 2 comes out, and Peacemaker, no matter what the haters say, Peacemaker did do well in streaming. Streaming numbers grew once Peacemaker came out. Once Peacemaker came out, they showed how many subscribers they gained. But yeah, yeah, Superman is needed, and these people think S- Snyder created Superman when George Reeves came out way before that, and Kirk Allen came out before that, and also like the radio talk stuff for Superman. In the old animated show. That was very expensive to make. Each episode was $1 million, which is crazy. And I believe it was in the 40s. But yeah, yeah, Brendan Ralph, yep. And I know people hate Teen Titans Go, but the fact that Nicolas Cage finally played Superman is really cool. Nicolas Cage played Superman in Teen Titans Go to the movies, and DC announced that they're gonna make another Teen Titans Go movie, which that's very nostalgic for me because the original Teen Titans Go movie was during a time in my life where, well, let's just say, I had like a really positive moment during the time Teen Titans Go to the movies came out. I My life changed by a lot. Let's just say I want things to do well, and yeah, yeah. I recognize you. I shared from people I kind of know about. You know, I'll just do this. So I post I'm live on this one, and just gonna, yeah, yeah. I do recognize you. I just think it's gonna be really cool overall for fans because when James Gunn announced the new Superman movie when it was Superman Legacy, I told some of my coworkers and friends that I kind of wish I was a little kid right now. If I was a little kid right now, I'd be growing up with this Superman movie. Because I am really annoyed that I grew up with Superman Returns technically. But at the same time, in that moment, I didn't watch Superman Returns because I wasn't really going to the movies at the time. So technically, oh, hi, funny guy. Hi. I'm just mentioning that a lot of reactions are very positive on this trailer, and the only negative ones are the people that are missing the Snyderverse, all that stuff, of course. I watched countless amount of reactions, and that's partially why I haven't uploaded in a long time because I looked into like all the recent news and I wanted to soak it all in before actually saying stuff. Yeah, yeah, Christopher Reeves was a really good one, yeah. Yeah, a lot of positive reactions, like, that's what I'm saying, a a lot of positive reactions. I just really think this movie's gonna do well because when you see the trailer, it's obvious that this movie is geared towards everybody because the jokes are for kids. Romantic parts are for the girls or couples or older people that want to see romance, you know? Um, and the drama and stuff is for the older crowd, you know? And yeah, it seems like this movie's gonna be for everybody, which is good. I'm just saying that I was when they announced this movie, I said I was jealous of little kids currently. If little kids end up becoming fans of Superman because of this James Gunn movie, they're gonna say they grew up with this movie. They're gonna say they grew up with the James Gunn Superman movie. I'm gonna feel so old, but man, I just think this is gonna be a good time for us. The general audience will become fans. Yeah, the general audience is gonna be really good with fans because I'm currently in a different state compared to like state in the United States. I moved to a different state and y- yeah, I'm just gonna say in general thing. I was in Texas and now I'm in California, and those two states they're both hyped for Superman because I talked to a lot of people. I recently did a video that I worked at a movie theater, Cinemark, um, and I talked to a lot of people about Superman. Pretty much all the coworkers that were there before that are still working there, they know that I'm really excited for Superman. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a watch party of Superman just because of me. But the workplace I'm at right now, they know I'm excited for Superman, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. And wanting this movie to fail is really bad because if you want the Snyderverse back, DC needs to be successful. Because if DC becomes successful, James Gunn could consider hiring Zack Snyder for The Authority or something like that, like a dark movie. Like, yeah, exactly. If people are watching the Snyderverse on Max, it's still giving Warner Brothers money. Oh, you're kind of skeptical on the movie. That's fair. That's fair. The fact that you're open-minded to this movie that's possibly being good, that's good because if you say that, oh, I'm gonna watch the movie, but it might suck, it's gonna most likely suck and stuff like that. Um, looking like expecting a movie to be bad, you're gonna always find things that you don't like. But being open-minded for a movie makes you be able to find positive stuff about a movie. It, it's like it's like a crazy thing, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I still have this right here. Got from my work at movie theater. They gave me some Superman stuff as like a to go. Oh, this is a yeah, there you go. This was a to go gift from the my coworkers from the movie theater. Yeah, any new movie, especially a movie. It'll definitely be a better movie than that Martha Martha thing. Yeah, yeah. Thunderbolts. I'm constantly hearing good things. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna probably watch it at some point, but probably streaming and all that stuff. But yeah, it's always gonna be a crazy thing because Novocaine was good. Um, Love Hurts was good, and a few others were pretty good. I'm real. The Monkey was good. That was a good one. But overall, I'm not really overhyping it, in my opinion. I'm only saying that because I didn't like Batman versus Superman so much that I am 99.9% sure this Superman movie is gonna be better than Batman versus Superman. Man of Steel was fun. I enjoyed it. Still have some gripes about it, but definitely Batman versus Superman. Any version, the director's cut and all that stuff, extended cut or all that, yeah, because both versions had the P cup thing in the thing, and both versions had the Lex Luthor feeding security guard candy. Yeah, yeah, both versions had the Martha thing. Yeah, yeah. Overall, I just think I won't say where I work, but I'm gonna say what type of place it is. It's a mini golf course, kind of arcade kind of place, and it's really interesting, I would say. I'm still getting used to the job, but yeah, it's fun. I just want the future to be more open-minded, you know? People that are like half my age or even more, um, they should be less hateful, I would say. But overall, I think it's gonna be good because once Superman comes out and then Peacemaker comes out, Peacemaker's gonna. Oh yeah. Oh, what are you referring to? Yeah, I see what you mean. Uh, I'm not sure what you're, but yeah. But overall, I just think I want people to be good overall. I think definitely the soundtrack, the Superman soundtrack's gonna be good. Yeah, the timeline. Um, James Gunn says that the timeline is gonna be like Star Wars, where everything so far is first, second, third, fourth, fifth uh, through the through the year. It's like next, versus in Marvel is kind of all over the place, sort of, because for some reason they made Black Widow movie after she already died. It was weird. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna be at lunch. Have a good one. I hope I was fun to talk to, I guess. But yeah, overall, I think it's gonna be interesting because they confirmed the Teen Titans Go movie and then the Teen Titans movie, and uh no matter what, I know funny guy, you don't really like Teen Titans Go that much, or at all really, but it is successful. And the fact that they're continuing something that's actually working for them, that's actually successful, it's already a good move for them, really. Yeah, the DC timeline is gonna be more you can understand it a lot more than Marvel's timeline because Marvel's timeline's all over the place, really. I think Marvel needs to fix their timeline. But like I said, if James Gunn does well and his DC's successful, he might hire Zack Snyder to do something, either in Elseworld or within his universe, because he had weird ideas. Zack Snyder had weird ideas for that his universe. I'm just gonna say it. But yeah, overall I'm hyped for everything. I just okay, I'm gonna say Warner Brothers. Yeah, I think Teen Titans Go so far is sort of getting better. I think Max, you can see the current season. I think the current season is pretty good. I've been doing really well. I haven't uploaded in a long time because I was looking into a lot of Superman trailers, um, watching a lot of them, looking into what James Gunn's plan is and all that. And so far, I like almost like every single one of it because that trailer is obviously for everybody, kids, adults, elderly, and teenagers and stuff are all gonna enjoy the movie. I'm just gonna say it. But overall, I'm I'm happy. I'm happy about this. And if the what I was about to oh oh yeah, I'm just talking Warner Bros. And DC in general. But what I was about to say that CS the director keeps talking about Warner Bros. Stock failing constantly, but he keeps mentioning he doesn't know anything about the stock, which is kind of funny because whenever he shares a stock, it said it dropped like 0.5 something like percent or something like that. Well, the next like 2 minutes, it rose up 5.5%. Like it's weird. And they're planning on doing a Flintstones movie, animated movie, and Looney Tunes movie, Tom and Jerry movie, and believe the Final Destination movie came out from Warner Brothers. Weapons looks good. and yeah, it seems like Warner Brothers is getting better and better every time. They went back to HBO Max. At some point, they're going to change the name back to HBO Max, which is pretty smart. And I did not hate Max originally because Max, I understand why they changed it to Max because they wanted to separate from the HBO thing and make it for everybody. They changed it back to HBO Max because instead of doing it for everybody, do it for a lot of different groups. That makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't know about the tariffs, and I know the stocks. Every company's stock went down. He only mentioned Warner Brothers stock, and yeah, it went back up. Warner Bros. Stock went back up. It was 7, now it's like 9, almost 10. Um, but yeah, yeah. A lot of people did. I agree. HBO Max is a really good name and everything, but I just think they're trying to plan on some structure for Warner Brothers because AT&T kind of messed it up for them. CS, the director, never mentions why Zack Snyder stock was higher at the time. It's mainly because it was the beginning of AT&T's like downfall. It AT&T in the very, very, very beginning, it was really pretty decent because I think T-Mobile had it right before that. But of course, CS the director doesn't want to mention that. And also during the time of Zack Snyder's universe, streaming wars weren't happening. Um, Netflix was kind of new. Um, and of course, the whole movie theater membership didn't really exist. There are so many things going on that I think the success of Warner Brothers at the time doesn't really match. Anything can happen. And I see there might be some more people in there. Everyone say hi if you're open to it. But overall, I just think Warner Brothers is doing better. What's funny is the people that are against Warner Brothers, they said they would watch that they watched the that one Looney Tunes movie that came out, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, it's not going to support Warner Brothers because they sold the movie rights and all that." But what's funny is if the movie does well, actually it did really well, they would make another one. And when they make another one, they'll sell another movie from Warner Brothers to someone else. And it's still got to make money for Warner Brothers. And they announced a new Looney Tunes movie from Warner Brothers. So the more people that watch, yeah, Acme is saved. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Caillou versus Acme was saved because the original movie did well, and the original movie did well because people supported it, and the Snyderverse people supported it because they thought that it won't help Warner Brothers. However, the more people watch a movie that Warner Brothers sold off at, Warner Brothers would decide to sell more. And the more Warner Brothers sells, the more money they get. And the more money they get, the more successful Warner Brothers is. So no matter what, anyone that watched that day the Earth blew up or something, um, it still supports Warner Brothers. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The toxic people don't support. Yeah, the critic Chris is right. That Zack Snyder loves slow mo. What's funny is Michael Bay does slow mo too, but at least Michael Bay does two or three slow mos the entire movie, versus Zack Snyder does like 20 slow mos every like 1 hour. Yeah, Zack Snyder is not a good writer at all. He uh, the thing is, I understand Zack Snyder not being a good writer because I tried to write and that's like really bad. Like, no, I'm saying my writing was okay, but it took way too long to do like 2 pages. So James Gunn's writing is crazy because writing a script is crazy. And that is good. Well, supporting Coyote versus Acme is good and everything. But that's the funny part. Coyote versus Acme came out because the success of the previous movie. And some people that hated Warner Brothers and that hated DC and stuff like that, they still watch the movie. I just think that's crazy. I just think that's crazy. Dawn of the Dead was so same way. Slow mo scenes were. See, right here, Dawn of the Dead. Zack Snyder directed Dawn of the Dead, but James Gunn wrote it. And I get he didn't write the whole script. James Gunn wrote the first script and then someone rewrote something, but some of James Gunn's ideas would still be there. Same thing as the Guardians of the Galaxy situation. James Gunn finished writing the Guardians of the Galaxy original movie, but it was someone else's partial idea. So no matter what, you I don't know. Doesn't have that much slow mo. Yeah, Watchmen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what's the similarity of Watchmen and Dawn of the Dead? Watchmen and Dawn of the Dead was very beginning of Zack Snyder's career. So it seems like Zack Snyder started liking slow mo slower and slow, like um, started liking slow mo more and more and more. And ends up making way too many slow mos later on. Mm, actually, maybe, but I think RoboCop shouldn't be really be that dark. I still think maybe what's crazy is Zack Snyder does a lot of action movies, but him doing having like a lot of dark stuff, I think Zack Snyder can make a horror movie. Kind of like the guy that made the Joker movie, he made the Hangover movies. And the Hangover movies are comedies. The Joker was a drama, so I think Zack Snyder doing a horror movie would be kind of interesting. Yeah, right after 300. That's what I'm saying. 300 was a later on movie than a lot of the other movies. So like I'm saying 300. Yeah, yeah. I would also say Zack Snyder could do possibly a Green Arrow, maybe, or uh Dead Man. Because if you want to stick with DC, I would think Zack Snyder could do a Dead Man or the that one Phantom guy in the Justice League Dark. Yeah, Living Dead trilogy would be good. Um, I think Zack Snyder could do a slasher. He could do a slasher movie. He could do a I mean, if he wants to do a lot of like mind bending kind of movies, I think he can do a Saw. Zack Snyder can do a Saw movie. Do like a Jigsaw movie, like maybe Jigsaw 2, something like that. Or I know, or Final Destination, another Final Destination movie because slow mo. Final Destination does a lot of slow mo, so Final Destination would be pretty cool. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, and James Gunn pretty much wrote Dawn of the Dead, so that's yeah. Have a good one, and I'm glad you're giving Superman a chance. But yeah, overall, have a good one. Yeah, the Bloodline. Yeah, that's my dog right there. Something I like say like this. Copper. Over there. Yeah. Well, nice. It was nice talking to y'all. I'm probably not gonna go that that quick, but yeah, overall it's gonna be an interesting summer, and I just think it's kind of dumb that Zack Snyder keeps pushing his whole Snyderverse stuff even after that because a lot of his posts are talking about his Snyderverse stuff, and it seems like he's trying to not talk about. He's trying to keep pushing the whole Snyder stuff, even though he says he moved on. Could do Spawn, yeah, he could do Spawn, but like I said, I'm mainly saying a Warner Brothers thing because if um if anything, the close relation would be Warner Brothers, so that's why I was thinking that kind of thing. A Warner Bros. Horror would be good. Maybe Zack Snyder fans are forcing him to do it, but like it was weird. In Superman Day, Zack Snyder posted, "Oh, the best Superman ever." And he showed a picture of Henry Cavill, which is funny because he showed a picture of Henry Cavill wearing Christopher Reeve suit. So that was funny, I would say. Yeah, but overall, I'm gonna watch Superman in IMAX because I live really close, like just a few minutes away from an IMAX theater. I'm really happy for that. For that, I'm finally really close to that kind of thing. Yeah, that's the funny statement. Like, I'm thinking the same thing because you saw the post he shared, right? He shared a post of Henry Cavill wearing the Christopher Reeve suit. It was funny, and the Snyder fans are saying that, oh, they disrespected Henry Cavill because they destroyed Henry Cavill's suit when they don't even know that characters have so whole bunch of extra suits for like different situations. So they probably had like 20 of the same suit. One of them just got destroyed, you know. But overall, I just think it's just a crazy thing to say. The thing is, Zack Snyder didn't even ask the Reeves family to cameo. He didn't even ask any of the writers to cameo because James Gunn even asked when he made the Suicide Squad movie to have the Suicide Squad direct writer be in the movie, and he even said to have like couple words to say just so he gets paid for the movie because some background be- some background people, they don't get paid sometimes. People that don't have lines, they don't get paid sometimes. So James Gunn wrote a few words for the writer to say that the creator of the Suicide Squad would get paid. Yeah, good point. Cavill wanted to be kind of like Christopher Reeve. Cavill wanted the positive thing. The Snyderverse people don't want the positive thing. They want dark. They got mad that David Cornsweet shouted, even though Henry Cavill shouted a few times. Christopher Reeve shouted when when Lois Lane died, and there was a lot of moments that Superman was mad in the animated series, and Superman, he grew up human. Exactly, and Zack Snyder even admitted, he said he didn't like Superman. He doesn't like Superman. He says he doesn't want to fix Superman. He wants to break him apart. He wanted to destroy Superman. He didn't want to fix Superman. He doesn't understand Superman. In a lot of interviews, Zack Snyder says he didn't care about the mainline DC stuff. He likes Black Label. He doesn't like he likes Black Label, Elseworlds, and heavy metal. Why did he not direct an Elseworlds, heavy metal, or something DC stuff? Why did he have to direct the main universe Superman? I'm just confused. Yeah, exactly. Tyler Hoechlin, Superman shouts too. And then people say, "Oh, he shouldn't be hurting when he's getting healed." Well, Cavill was healing through because he was healing whenever his bones weren't breaking. He was just like really um dry and like everything, right? Versus David Cornsweet Superman, he was healing through broken bones, fractures, and like cuts and bruises and all that stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If James Gunn lets Zack Snyder do his universe and does it separate to James Gunn stuff, they would still hate James Gunn stuff. And I'm pretty sure some parts, if the Snyder fans hated some parts what Zack Snyder did, they would have blamed James Gunn for stuff. Even though if James Gunn says, "No, I did nothing with the Zack Snyder stuff," they'll still say, "Oh, you're a liar. You did stuff." They, they might have some stuff that they don't like about the Zack Snyder movies and blame Gunn for it. Especially whenever Lois Lane got pregnant for with Batman's baby. But yeah, I just think it's pretty crazy, and I just wanted this whole crazy stuff to end, and that's another reason why it took a long time to upload stuff because I started to think I shouldn't feed into the hate because the way I did stuff originally was I watched a lot of the Snyder fan like cult videos and talked about them. But I realized that me watching them is still supporting them. And when I wanted to talk about their videos, I would have to watch it parts of it multiple times. And watching it multiple times means that they have more views and stuff. So I've decided to mainly talk about the positivity of this whole thing and watch people that are open to it, and then watch their reaction. If the people have a negative, bad reaction to stuff, I'm not gonna rewatch their stuff to talk about them. I'm gonna just move on, see the stuff, and if it's a negative reaction, I'm gonna say they did over the top and stuff. They're being crazy. Um, the criticism videos, I'm gonna I'm gonna do something kind of like that. I'm not gonna point out every part of like the video itself because that's still gonna support the the Snyder cult. And I'm pretty sure some of the Snyder fan viewership is coming from people that are against those people, because I'm pretty sure some of those video views are from people that disagree with them. Because I see some of the comments and saying they dislike the whole video and stuff. I'm probably gonna mainly talk about how they present themselves through like posts and their thumbnails and pictures and stuff, because I don't want them to get them the view. And me sharing their video is also kind of doing stuff. So, but overall, I'm gonna say the thing is, I'm going to talk about their video if, like Harsh Critic did, they put me in their video, or if they mention my name and they talk about me specifically, or me, or addressing me as this crazy person or anything. I'm gonna probably watch those videos, because even if I watch it and support that video, people are gonna find me through that video. So no matter what, um, it's gonna be like supporting me, you know. Them doing videos about me, some people might go to my channel, try to find my perspective, you know. People are seeing the truth. People are saying the truth about those haters. They only make themselves look bad, and yeah, like you said, like they're making themselves look bad. They're being really crazy. That's why I'm just not gonna watch their video a lot or anything like that. I'm gonna probably watch the video that they make about me. Because Harsh Critic made 2 videos about me, and those videos are just helping me, because when I watch that, I go to that channel, I see some of the comments that are on my side. So yeah. But overall, I think this is gonna be good. Yeah, Harsh Critic. Did you see that Jody's Corner video of Harsh Critic? Because that was really funny, because Jody's Corner pointed out that it looks like Harsh Critic is in a basement, or like an attic or something, because the ceiling is way too low. It's either the ceiling is low, or he's sitting in a high place that makes the ceiling look low. Yeah, he made 2. He made yeah, he made 2. I don't remember which ones, but I'm pretty sure my face is in 2 of the profile, the thumbnails, so you probably see them. But yeah, he made 2. Yeah, he's trying to look professional, even though his videos are not professional, because you see the background, it's not like an office area, it's not professional office look to it. Because why would a professional person have movie posters everywhere in their background? It doesn't make sense. And those posters look tiny. Because me working at a movie theater, I have huge posters. I have like posters like size, almost the size of a door. So yeah. He he says he seems like he has a lot of money, because he says he's not gonna support anything James Gunn does or anything, and it's like, oh, he's gonna only support what he likes. So it seems like he has money, but I don't think he has a lot of money, because his suits look cheap. I'm just gonna put that out there. Yeah, his suits don't look expensive. His backgrounds don't look expensive, and you see the desk decorations, those are like $30. So yeah, like he doesn't even wear a three-piece suit. He just wears a collar shirt, a button up with a tie. I mean, if you want to look professional without like using too much, I would say a bow tie and suspenders might make it a little bit more rich person look, you know? Bow tie and suspenders make you look rich, but button up with the tie doesn't really do anything, really. Especially the colors he wears. And it is weird that he seems like he's probably like 10 or 20 years older than me and he's acting like this. It is weird. And I don't even think he has a kid. But okay. Yeah, his tie is tied like really loose for some reason. It's if you want to look professional, you need to tie it correctly. But okay. It's he's very embarrassing. And CS the director, he says, oh, these people are afraid, and these people don't want to say what they really truly want to say and everything. Well, CS the director never shows his face. And I know the whole thing of privacy is important, and you don't need to show your face and everything, but you're bashing on people for showing their face and saying stuff when it's not a controversial thing to say. CS the director is being very childish, and that's why I share the pictures of the hormone monster because his previous profile picture was the hormone monster from Big Mouth, and CS the director seems to always point out James Gunn's past or Warner Brothers past histories and all that stuff. And if I point out CS the director's past that he used a hormone monster profile picture, that's pretty bad, right? Yeah, Big Mouth. Like I said, Big Mouth was a really, really weird, disgusting show. Um, but for some reason, CS the director used that as his profile picture. The monster, the orange one, the one that was the hormone monster of a elementary school student. I personally wouldn't have said anything. I would have left it there and probably made some videos or some post about it and just let it go. Make it so he embarrasses himself a lot, anything like that. But yeah, it's funny because I would always joke about that. I would put that in a thumbnail, and it's if CS the director knows my channel and he sees that thumbnail, he would get mad, right? He would get mad that I'm using a thumbnail of his previous profile picture. A hormone monster of an elementary school student. He does that thumbnail, but calls James Gunn a child lover. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is contradicting, right? It is messed up to point that out whenever you have a profile picture of a similar thing. And also, no one points out Drake, the rapper Drake. He has proven to do crazy stuff like that. And also P. Diddy and also R. Kelly. And it is questionable that Michael Jackson's possibly doing some weird did some weird stuff when he was alive. But yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, the whole thing is crazy because Aaron Fisher says that he doesn't personally attack anybody, even though some of the videos he does point out the whole pedophile thing, pedo stuff. He seems to not understand pointing out someone, showing their um, Twitter or X account name, and disagreeing with that is also attacking them because he did that a few times. But overall, I just think Aaron Fisher is also really bad. I'm glad some people are pointing him out also because he thinks he's above everybody. He thinks he never attacks anybody. He never does any of this stuff, but he constantly bashes on a movie that's not even out yet. And he says, "Oh, where's the promotion?" Even though James Gunn promote Superman almost every day and almost every hour of the day. He constantly promotes Superman. I don't know what Aaron Fisher's talking about. Superman is always being promoted. The today's show promoted Superman like five times in the past month. Dairy Queen, Milkbone, a lot of toy companies, and the Cleveland film Instagram, TNT, NBA. It's always being promoted. And they mentioned, oh, why did the Peacemaker teaser come out before the Superman trailer? Well, teaser and trailer is two different things. So I don't know what they're talking about that. Right here, Aaron Fisher did attack Boba Talks on a post. However, Aaron Fisher says that's not an attack. That's he does respect Boba Talks, even though that whole post was attacking Boba Talks for having a shirt. He says, you shouldn't trust anyone that gets gifts from a company. That's funny. That's funny. You know why? Because Aaron Fisher keeps asking his fans to buy stuff for him. Do you remember the sporting event stuff? He wanted this sports jersey from Superman, even though he doesn't support the sport, the team that Superman is supporting. Why would you have a jersey of a team that you don't support just because it's Superman. And it's a limited time pick merchandise. And he wanted things that are very expensive. He wanted his fans to buy it for him. I still do not like Aaron Fisher for asking his fans to help his dog's surgery. Do you know why? Because it's not your fans' job to provide money to help your family member that's not part of your videos. The only thing I would understand about that is if his dog was in a lot of his videos. If his dog was in a lot of his review videos and helping him out doing videos, it makes sense to help his surgery, right? Because it's part of his job in the YouTube industry. But he never showed his dog. It had nothing to do with his channel. And his family business is his own business. You make your own money to support yourself. The thing is, if he wanted to help his dog and he wanted his fans to help his dog, why doesn't he just make merchandise that helps a dog, but at the same time has merchandise for your fans? Your fans buy merchandise to help dog surgery, right? What does the fans get when you're paying for the dog surgery? Dog surgery should be your own business unless you're selling stuff for a charity for your dog. If you're selling stuff to help your dog, that makes sense. But if you're telling your fans to pay money to help your dog and you don't give anything in return, that's crazy, right? A lot of Markiplier's videos, but Aaron's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Aaron Fisher. Yeah, yeah. That Peacemaker, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Markiplier's dog was in a lot of his Markiplier's videos, so helping dogs like that makes sense. But it's like me saying I have my brother, right? And if my brother was badly injured in a hospital, asking for money to support my brother, even though this is almost the first time I mentioned him, is crazy, right? Like, for instance, right? Okay, I need water. Can you donate me a whole bunch of water to help me survive? I need water to live. Give me water. Buy me water. I need something to help me. I'm trolling. See, it's clearly trolling because I've been laughing the whole time. Uh, can you here? I'm asking you, my fans, to give me money for vacation. Give me money for I don't know, exactly. He bought something expensive. He bought like Batwing during that time, and he kept asking his fans to buy him merchandise, Superman merchandise. But yeah, yeah, it is funny. That's what I'm saying. That funny guy. It is funny those examples I point out because here's the thing. I asked Aaron Fisher for proof for his surgery stuff. Like he could have showed his receipt for like part of the surgery money, like transaction, right? Or his papers for the hospital he sent the dog, right? Or any proof that his dog is hurt. The only thing he showed was a picture of a dog. That dog could easily been a Google search. He could have searched hurt dog on Google. And just to hide the whole fact that it's a Google search, he like scrolls down for a while, finds the dog that looks hurt, saves it, posts it on his channel, right? I wanted him to show proof of his dog. All he needed to do, at least, was take a picture with his dog. And you can't say that, oh, the hospitals won't let you take pictures because it happens all the time. People take pictures in the hospital because they want a sentimental memory. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Slav told him about it, but telling someone about something, that's not proof either. The thing is, Aaron Fisher even attacked, like mentioned, like was really mad that I said I wanted proof. And he says, "Oh, the GoFundMe has rules against scams and frauds." Well, there's a lot of scam and fraud on GoFundMe that make $1 billion. There was a fake homeless person on the news that made a whole bunch of money for a very long time. And the only reason why he got caught is he never stopped. The thing is, the thing the fake homeless guy could easily have stopped and then made like millions of dollars, became a millionaire, and just retired, right? Aaron Fisher does not know the history of GoFundMe's. GoFundMe's are not trustworthy at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying right here. Taking pictures in a hospital is completely fine. I just wanted some sort of proof that his dog was his dog and not someone like random person's dog that was hurt. Yeah, change.org is better. I don't know why he did GoFundMe. GoFundMe has so many scams. It's crazy. It's I do not understand what he was thinking. It's crazy. And the thing is, he wanted money for a surgery. He was desperate to save his dog. He has a whole house full of sealed toys. If he was that desperate, he could sell each and every one of those, especially the ones that are very expensive and rare. If he was that desperate in saving his dog's life, he would do everything to get money to afford surgery. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, look, the thing is, I just wanted proof. All right. And that's a good thing too. Like explaining the surgery, explaining what's going on, that's somewhat proof. But Aaron Fisher never explained what was going on with the dog, how well his surgery was going, and he doesn't explain if his dog is okay or not right now. He asked money for a dog, but he got hit in a car wreck, and he didn't ask for money then. Why did he not ask for money when he was hurt? Why did he ask for money when his dog was hurt? Uh, Let me change subject because this is being crazy and crazy and crazier. All I'm saying is attacking a movie from a director that you don't like is also attacking someone. Aaron Fisher says he's not attacking anyone personally or anything, but job is also personal too, especially if it's your passion and you love doing it. Even though it's a job, it's still a personal choice. I never heard updates of the dog right after the dog's controversy. Yeah, he never updated anyone about the surgery. Yeah, okay, let's change subject. Yeah. Impression. Yeah, that Peacemaker trailer, it was weird that he said the wrong stuff. I'm a little confused about that. But overall, Aaron Fisher always thinks that James Gunn can only do jokes and stuff, whereas Peacemaker has a lot of deep and depressing things going on that is not always jokes because Peacemaker, his story is very dark. So I don't know why Aaron Fisher always says that James Gunn only does jokes when Rocket Raccoon, his storyline in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was crazy. And people are always saying that crypto shouldn't if crypto dies they're gonna be mad. That's already a depressing thing. Like people thinking the dog's gonna die, that's already deep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though you're kind of known for jokes, you're not gonna always do jokes. I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder had a few jokes in his movies, right? Because I'm pretty sure was the whole I bought the bank, was that in the Snyder cut? I bought the bank because I bought the bank it was a joke, right? When Batman says I bought the bank, that was a joke right there. And also the whole Lex Luthor giving him candy. Yeah, Zack Snyder did the "I bought the bank" joke. Yeah. See, Zack Snyder does jokes too, and he also did the whole Lex Luthor giving security guard a candy. That was a joke, right? And the pee thing in a jar, that was a joke too, right? Yeah, it was in both. Yeah, I'm rich. Yeah, I'm rich joke. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, and the Kal-El no. Even though that wasn't really a joke, that was very funny. And Wonder Woman said, Kal-El no. Kal-El no. Yeah, Aquaman said, "My man." Yeah. What's funny is Zack Snyder fans say Aquaman the movie is part of the Snyderverse, even though Aquaman was not directed by Zack Snyder at all. I don't understand. James Wan directed Aquaman, right? Not Zack Snyder. And Zack Snyder didn't even write Aquaman either, right? I don't even think he was a cinematographer on that movie. I think he was just a producer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because Zack Snyder was attached to it, and the only reason why Snyder fans say that James Gunn, no, Zack Snyder did Aquaman because Aquaman made $1 billion, and you said just because of inflation, Man of Steel would have made $1 billion, but like during that time, Marvel made $1 billion without inflation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zack Snyder did not direct or write any of those movies. Zack Snyder didn't even write Man of Steel. And the funny thing is, people that don't really like Zack Snyder, they point out that right after Man of Steel, Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer, they both left. Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer, they both left after Man of Steel, and then BVS did not have them. But yeah, it's crazy how I do not understand. I don't know. Yeah, both cuts were pretty much the same. And the thing is, I like the theatrical cut better. The Josh Whedon cut was better than the Zack Snyder cut. Even though like people hate Josh Whedon right now and all that stuff, it it's still better. And I kind of say that Warner Brothers should have hired the Russo brothers. Who made I know Russo the Russo brothers made the last two Avengers movies. Who made the second one? Wasn't there four Avengers movies? Joss Whedon made the first one. Who made the second one? I know they made the third and fourth. How many Avengers movies were there? Yeah, the Russo brothers could do that, but I kind of think. Oh, Joss Whedon did both of them. Oh, Oh, four so far. Okay. So Joss Whedon also did Age of Ultron. Oh, two on the way. Yeah. Yeah. I still want Michael Bay to do Lobo because I think since the early 2000s all the way to like probably 2012 or something, they wanted Michael Bay to do Lobo. It was right before Man of Steel came out. Right before Man of Steel came out, Warner Brothers wanted Michael Bay to do Lobo. And it is funny, see, as the director really likes Michael Bay for the whole Transformers stuff, even though he kind of ignores the whole Ninja Turtles and some other stuff, right? Yeah, Russo brothers would be really good. But I kind of think, yeah, Lobo directed by Michael Bay. That's what I'm saying. Like the DCU Lobo directed by Michael Bay. That'd be cool. But I kind of think, you know, who made the something of the dead? Uh, uh, the World's End. Okay, World's End. Okay, I had to look it up because it was crazy. So Edgar Wright was gonna make was initially gonna make the original Ant-Man movie. Edgar Wright would be pretty cool for a DC thing. Yeah, Ryan Coogler, Static Shock, so Malcolm X. What be yeah, Edgar Wright, the Atom. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But what will be kind of cool is since Edgar Wright did a lot of the comedy with the whole like, crazy editing stuff, I think Edgar Wright could do Booster Gold or Dead Man. That'd be cool. But Ryan Coogler, yeah, Ryan Coogler maybe, but I kind of think Spike Lee would be really good with static. Spike Lee would be. I think Spike Lee's still doing stuff, right? I have a good one for now. Yeah, Spike Lee is doing stuff. I think Spike Lee would be pretty good for static. Spike Lee does really good with the cultural situation where black people. Yeah, Spike Lee did some recent stuff too, but Actually, Spike Lee could do Icon or Black Lightning. Hmm. Spike Lee with Icon. That would be interesting. Milestone Comics characters. Hardware. Available. I could see Spike Lee doing a Milestone Universe movie. Like combining some of the Milestone characters into one movie. That'll be cool. I can also see some of the Star Trek directors directing like a Justice League type of movie, or at least like Justice League East, maybe. I don't know. Well, uh, it is pretty crazy that that there are possibly few people here. I'm gonna actually gotta check on something real quick. Whoa, I've been live for a good while. There's a few people still watching. I guess they're just listening or something. They're probably like in the background because I see there's like four something people watching. Yeah, DC has a lot of possibilities. I think they should hire some of the a lot of unknown directors. What would be kind of cool would be the guy but getting Bong Joon-ho, the guy that made the Parasite movie, and Mickey 17, stuff like that. Like hiring outside the whole superhero genre stuff. And Mark Wahlberg's still like a big actor, even though Wahlberg said he's not he doesn't want to do any superhero stuff because he doesn't like the tights. There's a few characters that don't have tights that's in the DCU. There's a few characters. So I could probably search that DC comics characters that don't don't wear tights. Something. Phantom Strange. Hold on. Phantom Strange. Oh, okay, The Runaway. Runaways. Groot. Jessica Jones. Luke Cage. Where's Luke Cage? Marvel Comics, okay. Runaways. Okay. Thanks for the view, harsh critic. It is crazy that you found my channel because I didn't really share it much, but it seems like you found it pretty easily, harsh critic. It's really funny because July 11th is not actually when the movie comes out. July 10th have early showings. So anyone boycotting July, you can still watch it July 10th. The thing is, I think Mark Wahlberg can actually possibly be Phantom Strange. I could see Phantom Strange. I could probably delete that comment, but I'm just gonna leave it there because just to show how crazy things get. But thank you for the view. Thank you for the comment. Helping my algorithm. It's gonna be good. I am so happy that this channel found me because he's way bigger than me, and he just came in just to mention this. This harsh critic is something else. The funny guy, you see that comment, right? That yeah, harsh critic, his channel is way bigger than me. I don't know why he would find my channel. Look at the screen. I'm showing it on the screen. This is this is just crazy. Can you see the comment? This this channel that is a lot bigger than me. I can probably look up the channel. Harsh critic. How many subscribers? 534 no 5,034 subscribers. 5,034 subscribers versus my 330 subscribers. Critic Chris, do you see this on my screen on the screen right now? This person has 500 no 5,340 subscribers. This person has way more subscribers than me. No question. And he came to my stream just to say this. This is how crazy these people are. He doesn't even know July 10th. There's early showings. The Gunverse ends July 11th. That does not make sense because the movie's going to be played week by week, month by month. A movie doesn't end when no, a franchise doesn't end right when the movie comes out. Yeah, July 7th, there's early showings July 7th, and plus July 10th, there's early showings on July 10th. July 7th, July 10th. It's just crazy. I'm just gonna leave this comment right here just to see the craziness this comment is right now. It's I do not understand this kind of mentality right here because the universe wouldn't end that day. The universe would if the movie fails, the universe would probably end a few months after that. Realistically, if the movie fails, it would end a few months after, not the day of. The thing is, Snyderverse is not really a thing. The Snyderverse only exists from the Snyder cut and then the Snyderverse thing, because Zack Snyder only made a few movies. See, the thing is, you don't say the Feige verse, right? Because the Kevin Feige produced all those movies, all the Marvel movies. The thing is, also, the Josh Whedon verse, that's not a thing either. The Russo brother verse, that's not a thing. Yeah, the Snyderverse does not exist. Let's just say that it's really stupid and idiotic. I'm just gonna put that down. That side down. Yeah, the Gunverse doesn't exist. The only thing that would make sense would be the Gunverse. Snyderverse doesn't exist because Zack Snyder was never CEO of anything. He only directs a few movies, but the Gunverse is the only thing that sort of makes sense because James Gunn is the CEO of DC. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. It doesn't make sense. What's funny is the Snyder fans hate the Flash, which is funny because the director of the Flash confirmed the Snyderverse because the Flash movie had the Flash's girlfriend, and the Flash's girlfriend was exclusive to the Snyder cut. Because the Josh Whedon movie did not have the Flash's girlfriend. So the Snyder fans not liking the Flash is crazy. Yeah, yeah. Zack Snyder had nothing to do with like most of the stuff. And what's funny is Aaron Fisher thinks that the Rock was right about the Black Adam being successful, or Black Adam going making the franchise better and better, which is funny because CS the director hated Black Adam. So one Snyder fan thinks Black Adam is good. Yeah, I think Harsh Critic just left that comment and left. Found found that I'm streaming, commented that, and then left. He doesn't want to do a conversation. He doesn't want to debate. He doesn't want to say anything. He just says something and leaves. Harsh Critic is just a baby. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. Yeah, that's the thing. The 4KO also was a baby too. The 4KO didn't want to debate with um, Truth 34, Truth 3031. He just acts like he was waiting for him to debate, but doesn't contact him at all. And then Truth 31 was waiting for him to debate and doesn't contact him, even though they commented at each other's videos. So, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, and Jody destroyed him. Jody destroyed the 4KO, and I think that's why the 4KO does not want to debate. Because if you see that debate, that was crazy. Yep. I'll probably ask them who is the toy man? That would probably be a question I would ask them. That's a question that they probably wouldn't know the answer to. Who is the toy man? Yeah. I just think I think that's why I see that there's like 5 viewers. Some of these might be just the Snyder fans or people that disagree with me that just want to listen to me talk because it seems like there's more viewers than there are commenters. So whoever's watching right now, can you please comment? Because I'm just really confused about this view count right here. This view count is yeah, it is interesting. Think, I think Legends of Tomorrow would also be a thing that Michael Bay could be interested in doing something with. The Runaways could probably be with the Steven Spielberg. Maybe Steven Spielberg can do the Runaways, maybe. Steven Spielberg's good with groups of children actors to do stuff, movie stuff. Yeah, Aaron Fisher is kind of dumb. Like, why would you have money to debate? It's gonna help your channel out. Doesn't really make sense. You have to pay for. Yeah, non-union. Yeah, this is. I can also see Nicolas Cage be the Phantom Strange. I can see Nicolas Cage being the Phantom Strange. But Oren Mid confuses me because he says that the other channel that has the whole restore the cyber stuff, he comments, says it's the evil version of him, even though it's still his channel that he controls. I think he he's a little confusing. I think he needs to stop doing the evil stuff if he's truly on the side of helping DCU. But yeah, Orion Mid is kind of a little confusing. I don't understand what's going on with him. But yeah, overall, I hope Orion Mid is on the side of helping instead of destroying. Oh, please. Yeah, but I'm open to trusting him because he's been sharing a lot of anti-Snyder stuff and stuff like that. So I believe he's at least part good. Yeah, yeah. The fun guy, Oren Mid, on my side, he comments like positively to the Snyder stuff, to the James Gunn liking all that, and all the nitpick Snyder people hating on it, and yeah. Well, I have to go. Uh, nice talking to you guys. I have to go. It is interesting how things are going, but this is gonna be a pretty long stream overall. So I don't want people to just not watch the stream or anything like that. So I just want people to be able to watch a stream, probably on and off. Bye. Have a good one. And I don't know when I'm gonna post more, but at some point I'm gonna post something and look for one of my posts and just do whatever, right? All right. Bye.